Cha-ching, cha-ching, ching. Woo! Look at
Cha-ching, ching,
Woo!
ching,
Cha-ching.
ching, ching.
Look at all that money! Yeah.
It's I-1039, 90.9. Y'all, exclusively independent, your place for hometown heat. We got Zambrana in the building. You just heard his song, and that was cha-ching, ching, ching.
Count up.
Yeah, I like that. I'm telling you, it's just like, yo, it just came so hard on that record, man. What's the inspiration with cha-ching?
The inspiration, really, man, I wanted to do something for everybody. You know, everybody that's grinding, you know, not just the people, you know, that's just hustling, but the people that work a 9 to 5 and have to wake up every morning to support their family or to better themselves. I wanted a record that appealed to everybody. Mm-hmm. You know, so when you hear that record and you got to go to work and you got to do that 12-hour shift, I just want you to think cha-ching, cha-ching, look at all that money. Because next week when you get that paycheck, you know you're going to love it.
That's right, that's right. Yes. So where are you from, Zambrana?
I am from Columbia, South Carolina. My father was in the military and I traveled all around the world. You know, I'm an Army brat. But we're originally from Columbia, South Carolina, and I moved back here in '96 and been here ever since.
Okay, all right. So tell me about your name. Very interesting name.
I'm actually Puerto Rican. I'm half white, half Puerto Rican.
Okay.
My father's Puerto Rican, my mother is white.
Mm-hmm.
It's my real name. You know, everybody asks, is that what's your stage name? My real name is Zambrana. Doesn't get any realer than that.
All right, no question. When did you discover your love of music?
Oh, I discovered my love for music at an early age. I remember begging my mom to buy me the Fat Boys cassette tape. Because I was a fat boy, so I could relate, you know, and I remember clutching that tape and having that tape.
Hey, which Fat Boys tape, though?
Oh, have mercy.
He said, oh, Lord have mercy.
You got me thinking now.
So long ago.
It was long ago, but I know it had a track on there called My Posse on there. And I thought it was the coolest track ever.
Right. Okay, cool. How does your family feel about you wanting to have a career in music?
Well, I mean, my family's like every other family. You know, they wanted me to, you know, go to college, go to school, and you know, I guess what everybody wants their child to do. But you know, I'm a free spirit. You know, I'm kind of like the Kanye. I kind of, you know, dropped out, went back, dropped out again. It just, you know, it did not work out for me. So I started doing the music, you know, and as people see results and, you know, they hear your name on the radio or see you on a, you know, on a poster or something, then, you know, everybody, you know, they start supporting. So, yeah, you know, it works out in the end.
Okay. All right, cool. And actually, how long have you been rapping?
I've been rapping since high school, okay? But as far as like the business, it took me a while to figure out the business of the rap industry. And I would say that right there is like the rebirth, like, because once you figure out the business, about 07, 08, I figured out the business, it's a whole different game.
Yes, it is.
It's a whole different game. Preach. Once you learn that, it's a whole different game.
Right, absolutely. So let's talk about your upcoming project.
Okay.
All right, so tell me about it.
I got 2 projects out right now. The Music Kings, Island Def Jam Digital. Shout out to Def Jam. Available anywhere music is sold digitally. iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, the Beats by Dr. Dre, Rhapsody, PlayStation Network, Xbox Live.
Okay.
Anywhere. If you look up the big names, you type in All Eyes on Z or Undeniable for my name or my project, Zambrana, it will pop up with all the big names.
Wow. All right. I'm impressed. So tell me, like, basically, what is the ultimate direction for your new project?
Well, the ultimate direction for me is really just to keep everything going and show growth. I want to, you know, you go do this music thing. You meet a lot of people that say, oh, well, it may not work out for you. You can't do this. Well, I'm one of the people. I want to prove that I can do it, but not only do it better than anybody has done it before. You understand what I'm saying? Right. So I want to prove to all the naysayers that, hey, not only can South Carolina come out with some hot music, but it's consistent, and we got some things going on down here. Take a look, because there's a lot of us down here.
Yes, it is. Definitely, that's for sure. Tell me, like, from when you first started to where you're at now, you talked about growth. How much do you feel like you have grown as an artist?
Oh, I feel I've grown tremendously. You know, when you're younger, you think, you know, when you first start doing music, you think that everybody owes you something because you feel you're the hottest cat.
Oh my God, preach, Zambrana, preach.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I was one of those, and I apologize to all the DJs and all the people. You know, I was one of those because you have this cocky attitude and you feel like everybody owes you something because you're hot and you feel like you're hotter than everybody. But like I said, once you learn the business, you have to take a step back and you have to understand that this is an actual business and you have to approach it as a business.
Yes,
So
indeed.
what was it that took you to that point where you had to actually learn that, you had to kind of humble yourself and learn the business? Like, what was it, something that triggered it, or?
Well, yeah, I mean, it was just, you know how if you're doing something and you start doing it, you feel like it's repetitious. I felt like I was doing stuff that was repetitious, but it wasn't beneficial. You know what I'm saying? So I had to take a step back and I started going to music conferences and meeting people and networking with people from different areas and finding out what they were doing, what they suggest, And I tell you, the best advice I got from somebody was, I was at a music conference and the guy said, so what? It takes you 5 years to make $1 million off your CD. You made $1 million in 5 years. What other job can you say you did that? So when you put it in perspective like that, it may take a second for you to, to get your music out there because there's so many people trying to do music right now. So it's going to take a second for it to hit everybody and get your songs out there. So it was really just the grind and the pushing it properly to the point where people would recognize the hard work that's going into it, but it was done properly. It wasn't just thrown together. When you look at it, you look my stuff up, it's like, wow, this is official.
So you actually took your time with it.
Took my time.
You put it together and you had a plan.
Yes. Set goals for yourself.
Yes.
Absolutely. If you're just tuning in, it's exclusively independent, your place for hometown heat. We got Zambrana in the building with us. If you want to give him a call, talk to him, ask him some questions, the number is 803-647-1039. Outside the metro is 877-874-1039. So he's going to stick around for a little bit. We're not quite finished with him yet. All right, we're going to play some more songs, all right? So don't go anywhere. It's Hot 1039, 93.9, exclusively independent.
Man, yo.
What's up going on, Sam?
Ain't nothing, man. Ain't nothing.
Yeah. I got a question for you myself, if you don't mind.
Okay.
What I want to know is, you said it's all about setting goals. So it seems that you set a certain set of goals and you've accomplished those goals. What are your next set of goals to come up, and how do you feel that you can accomplish those?
Oh, wow.
Good question.
That's a very good question. That's a very good question. Well, as I set goals, like I said, I set small goals, and as I reach these goals, I try to outdo the last goal. So if I do something big, I try to go bigger. My next goal really is just to go worldwide, bro. Like, I'm trying so hard to get the music out there and get it out there to the public, song by song, project by project, however it's going to be. And I just want my name to be a household name. We're going to let the music speak for itself and the talent speak for itself, and we'll go with that.
All about the entertainment. You're just going to keep it pushing, in other words.
Just keep it pushing and stay consistent, man. The main thing is to stay consistent and never, at times you're going to doubt yourself, but stay consistent. And if you work hard for something and, you believe in it and, you put your trust in God, you will get it.
All right.
You will get it.
You already know consistency is the key.
Yes, sir.
And industry extortion is the way. It's your boy Tessalina, my partner Zam. I'll holler at you, baby.
All right, thank you, man.
Thank you for calling.
Thanks, no problem.
All right. Oh, it's Hot 1039, 93.9, exclusively independent, your place for hometown heat. You just heard music from Zambrana. Hit her with the D.
I mean, clearly.
Yeah.
We had a song last week that was called Treat 'Em Like the You Are, and now we didn't turn around and listen to this song right here. Okay. I mean, all these
Brandon,
shit, y'all dealing with Nita and Nita. I ain't going to Nita. I ain't going to be dealing with Nita. I dig it with the Tawana, and Tawana smoke marijuana with her mama. All these shits on North Main. Do they live on North Main?
No.
Or are they on Two Notch? I mean, I'm trying to. Are you hitting them with the D all over the 803?
Nah.
I had to get them. Since you over here hitting them with the D, I had to
Yeah,
get
well,
them.
you know what I'm saying? I live a good life, man. I live a good life,
And that's a blessing.
And that's a blessing, you put me on the spot. My wife is listening, so shout out to my wife.
Oh, hey,
Hey, Zambrana. Hey, Zambrana. Don't come from in. I'm just going off of what the song was saying. That's all. I'm just repeating the song.
It's all love. It's all good. It's all good. I said
Oh,
good
man,
life.
okay. You know what, as we were talking earlier, you mentioned that you were half black. I'm sorry, half white and half Puerto Rican.
Correct.
She just have to throw the black in there.
There you
He's
go.
throwing the D around, so you just have to.
So, I mean, I'm sure that you've had your experiences of challenges.
Yeah.
Because I know probably like right off the rip, people just assume that you are white.
Yeah. Well, I mean, down here, I don't know, it's different when you go to different areas, you know. Down here, you know, some people, they're open-minded to certain things, and some people are not open-minded to certain things.
Right.
You know? So, I mean, it's just one of the things where I accept it either way. You know, whichever way you want to bring it to me, I can handle whatever, you know.
Right. Okay, so let me ask you this. You know, do you feel like because you are of another nationality and you are doing what people would deem black music, you have to be 10 times better?
That's a good question. Well, I don't look at it that way. I want to be 10 times better because it's me.
Okay.
You feel me? Like I don't want to give anybody a doubt in their mind when I perform. Like I remember when I first started performing, people would prejudge me before they heard me. They're expecting to sound like something they've already heard, and then the moment I get to rapping, it's a whole different ball game.
Right.
So my perception of it, I don't want to look at it that way. I want to look at it in the way of me as an artist. I'm not giving you no way out to judge me or anything. I just want you to be like, well, you know what? Whether he's white, black, Puerto Rican, wherever he's from, his music is hot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's from Colombia, so we gotta support him.
Okay, all right. Because I mean, you know, there definitely, you know, there's been issues about Macklemore and Iggy Azalea, but then you got people like Yellow Wolf, and you got Machine Gun Kelly, and I absolutely love Ritz.
Right.
I love Ritz. You know what I'm saying? And he actually had a song called White Rapper that is just, you know, puts it all in perspective.
Right.
You know, so if anybody hasn't heard that song, definitely listen to it. But anyway, so I definitely appreciate you answering that. I know sometimes when we talk about race and we talk about music, you know, it can be a little complicated. It can be a little tricky or whatever like that. But
Right.
I just think that, you know, as long as people respect the music and the culture, it's not really that much of a big deal. But let's talk about but let's talk about the music industry here in South Carolina.
All right.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on it?
I think it's come a long way from where it was, but I think it's still got some time to grow. I think honestly, it'd be taken more serious if I want to say, like, if more artists, like we talk about the business thing, if more artists did it more like a business,
right?
Instead of, like, you know, doing it as a hobby almost. You know, but and I've been there, so I can say this because I did it the same way. You know,
right.
But if you don't treat it like a business, then you can't expect for people to want to notice you and see what you're doing. You know, if you're going to play with the big boys, you gotta be able to look like you're with the big boys.
All right, that's
You know?
right, that's right. Exclusively independent, your place for hometown heat right here on Hot 103.9, 93.9. Our featured artist this week is Zambrana. That's who we're talking to. So, who influenced your style, Zambrana?
Man, I love everybody. All hot music influences me. Like, I listen to all kinds of stuff. Like, I got very eclectic ear. I like just hot music. But as far as like hip hop and rap, it you know, Fat Boys, you know, and you know, it can jump from them to the, you know, to New York rappers like Nas and Jay, and then to the West Coast, you know, Snoop Dogg and artists like Ice Cube and Dre. It's just hot music to me. Whatever the sound, I just liked it. That influenced me to not want to be like them, but to, how you say, to I guess get the same reaction they got with their music by telling their story,
right.
and you know, giving you that authentic, this is me. You're gonna either accept it, you're gonna like it or you're not, but it's gonna be one or the other. You know?
Absolutely. So how do you actually separate yourself from other artists?
Well, what I've learned down here is when a lot of rappers go right, I go left.
Okay.
All right, and we have this problem down here with when a big show comes, everybody wants to open up for that one show. But we have to understand in this industry, especially, you know, if you're gonna start treating it like a business, when there's a show that's happening, you know, on the other side of town, that doesn't mean the game stops. That means, okay, someone's already doing that show. It's time for you to go get another show or travel out of town to get a show, or, you know, do something that benefits your career personally. You know, and I think a lot of artists are missing that fact. You know, this goes to the, you know, being young and, you know, feeling like everybody owes them something because they feel like they're the hottest or whatever. And I think that if everybody would treat it like a business and say, okay, well, I can't open up for this artist because so-and-so's open up, but I'm going to try to do this one, or I'm going to try to go over here to get a show, or I'm going to travel down the road over here. Either way, you're doing something that's benefiting your career.
Right, absolutely. I agree with you on that. Who would you like to work with?
Oh. Legend-wise? You mean like legend-wise?
Whoever.
Legendary.
Yeah, it could be past,
regional,
present, you know.
local.
Yeah, I mean, you know, past or present.
I like to work with anybody. Anybody that's willing to put in to work. My thing is, like, when we do a song together, I want it to be to where I'm not the only one grinding. I want us all to grind on the song.
That's right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like I want us all to be able to eat off and not just one person grind the song and then everybody else is, you know, relaxing like, hey, what do we get from the deal? You know?
Right.
But anybody that's about their music that wants to do something, like, you know, people hit me up for features. I do them. It's not a big deal. It's as long as we're all trying to reach the same goal. There's plenty of money for everybody.
Yes, there is. There is that. There is that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get into a song by Marion Westwood, and then we're going to come back with Zambrana. Remember, this is exclusively independent, your place for hometown heat, and this is her song called The Realest. She's from Charleston, South Carolina.
The realest.
And I just wanted to call and give a shout out to Zambrana. I heard him on the radio while I was driving, and I just want to say your hard work and dedication is going to pay you off. Stay true to yourself and stay true to God.
Thank you. I appreciate that so much. Thank you very much.
Thank you for calling in, okay?
Yes, thank you.
No problem.
How about 039-939, exclusively independent?
Yeah, hey, Nick and Mahogany Steel, this is James Garner. I just want to give a shout out to Zambrana.
Thank you, James.
Yeah, man, just keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep your grind up. I've been watching you for years, and I think that you're an excellent artist, and you have the ability to be a great artist. And just keep doing what you're doing, keep pushing, and I will get you where you need to be. And just big shout outs on behalf of myself and our Taylor Marcus Allen.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man.
All right,
No
thank you,
problem.
James.
James.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye. That's right, you got it locked. So hop on 039-939, exclusively independent. Our feature artist this week is Zambrana. So, you know what? What would people be surprised to know about you that they don't know about you, Zambrana?
That I'm a very humble individual. Like, you know, people see me, they see the 6'4", 300-pound guy. You know, yeah, I'm a tough guy, but I'm a very humble individual as well. And I'm also, you know, a father. You know, I'm like every other father. You know, Saturday mornings are cartoons. You know, so don't let the rap game, you know, mess some of y'all up. You know, so I am a father as well to my son. You know, and a husband as well to my wife. You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, that's what it is. So, you know, when you're not performing and you're creating music, what are some of your hobbies? What do you like to do?
That's the thing. Like, a lot of times I'm always working on something music. I'm always calling somebody. Yeah, I'm always listening to beats. I'm always trying to think of my next move, because, you know, once you get comfortable is when everything, you know, starts to slow down. So I don't like to be comfortable. I like to keep everything moving. Calling somebody, agitating them, making them want to move. Like, hey, we got to do this. We got to get this done. You know.
And I'm sure the guys that's with you in the studio today, you know, they probably will agree with that. So who do you have with you today?
I got my homie Rich Raw from Family Productions over here, and I got my homeboy Noodle Left with me.
All right.
Riverside Noodle.
What's up, Riverside Noodle? So, is there any other shout outs that you would like to go ahead and give?
I just want to give a shout out, you know, to all the artists on the grind, man. Like, don't forget that this is a long road. Like, it's not an easy road. There's going to be obstructions and obstacles, and there's going to be rest areas that you're going to have to get off and rest at before you get back on this road again. It's not easy. Don't let the big cats fool you. Just remember, like, behind every rapper that's in the game, there's probably 100 guys in business suits that's behind them doing a lot of stuff you don't see.
That's right.
You know, so I just want to encourage everybody to stay on the grind, stay consistent, keep putting out good music, that good South Carolina music. And without a doubt, I got a feeling, like I said, this state's going to blow up, and a lot of people are going to know what we got down here.
All right, so Zambrana website, social media information, where people can follow you, keep in touch with you, buy your music.
Okay. Let's start with the CDs. First CD is Zambrana, All Eyes on Z. Second CD is Zambrana, Undeniable. It is available wherever digital music is for sale. If you want hard copies, you have to get at me, but anywhere you listen to your music, stream your music, buy your music online, from your phone, from your computer, it is available there.
Can you spell your name for me, please?
Zambrana.
All right, one more time.
Zambrana.
All right, social media.
Social media is Zambrana SC.
Very simple.
Very simple.
All the way across the board. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
Zambrana SC.
Thank you for making it very easy.
Yes.
I hate when people have different names for Twitter and then for Facebook and for Instagram. Like, that's too much work.
Yeah,
People
it
don't
is.
like to do all that work.
People don't.
They
you know,
just basically
keep it
want to
simple.
be able to just find you really quick on all three.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Speaking
Oh yeah.
of, you can find exclusively Indy on all three. Exclusively Indy. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
Take notes. Take notes, artists. Take notes.
Yes.
All right, Zambrana, you know, it has been a pleasure. thank you so much for,
Thank you.
agreeing to come in and hang out with us this Sunday. So
Yes, we appreciate you.
No, I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys.
You are more than welcome. So everybody, definitely make sure you keep it live. We got a couple more songs we're going to be playing. We're going to go ahead and get in Blockstar ENT with Money Got Me Gone. We're going to get in What If by Casino Roulette. And then our Carolina classic today is from Kinfolk in the South. So keep it locked right here to Hot 103.9, 93.9, exclusively independent, your place for hometown heat.
Yeah.
And we got some great